they start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To the air again, Herbert. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, Washington. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all. They did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
He's going to use his legs here.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
ETN will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Herbert on first down now. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, they started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Herbert. That's complete to Mooney.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Here's Herbert.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. A throw on the money there to Doolin. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Herbert throwing again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Chris Godwin.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Locates Mooney on the out route. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can...
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. T.J. Hockenson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and through. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Brandon, I'm reflecting back to one of our conversations earlier this week when we talked about how well this rookie has played this season while leading his team to a quality record. But let's face it, his best stuff, he doesn't have it in this one so far. Twice now the defense has gotten the better of him with an interception.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. On the counter, Etienne.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And Diggs has it.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield and only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
The 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside.
And the ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Throwing on second down. Herbert. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 21 yards there on third down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second and long. Herbert. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. T.J. Hawkinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Back to throw now on first down.
They'll get this off to ETN.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already...
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And it's caught. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.